Hello, welcome to Store Stories. Every Friday, I would like to release a video of the weird stuff I've had to deal with working at a grocery store. And before we get started, I gotta say, you're welcome to eat whatever you wish to eat. Um, Lately, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the carnivore diet, but I can't even stick to keto. I don't know how I'd do on something that's as restrictive as a carnivore or a vegan diet. Uh, but if anybody has any recipes to share, uh, I'm willing to try anything and make sure it's as long as it's low carb. That's the diet I'd prefer to stick to. Um, Especially the vegan keto recipes. Those are I always think those are particularly interesting because of how heavy a meat that the vegan not vegan the vegan not meat heavy in meat. That's what I was trying to say. Uh, Keto is heavy in meat, which and so it's kind of interesting to come across vegan keto recipes if anybody has any to share. And this is another unusual story because I was able to help the person in the way that they wanted me to help them, although and they got what they wanted to get, but I'm not sure if what they got is what they were wanting to get. As one night I was working at the desk and a guy comes in with a bottle of olive oil and says he wants to return it because it's not vegan enough. I I asked him what he meant by vegan enough. It's my understanding that it's either vegan or it's not. It's veganism is a lack of animal products, and you can't have. It's not like there's a spectrum. It's either vegan or it's not. So I'm a little confused by what he means by vegan enough. He insisted he does not eat animal waste products.
Good, because that would be nasty.
I was going to tell him, I was about to say, well, olives aren't animals, and you get olive oil by squeezing olives. Well, at least that's what Wikipedia says. But I'm not getting paid enough to argue with an idiot. So I asked him if he has his receipt so I can do the return. He starts getting really kind of cranky because he doesn't have a receipt. Why would he need a receipt for a return? It's he didn't steal it. He didn't steal it. I was like, well, calm down, calm down. And I'm not accusing you of stealing. That is one reason to check your receipt. But the main idea of checking the receipts is making sure you're refunding the right price for the item, and also refunding it to the correct form of payment. Because if someone say with paid with the credit card, they have to return it to the credit card. If you paid with food stamps, you would have to return it to the food stamps, which is a story in itself. But anyway, but if you don't have a receipt, it's not a big deal. You'd have to return it to a store gift card. So basically, so the store isn't losing any money. Well, he says, what if I just trade it out for another item? Can I just trade it out for another item? I told him, yeah, that is perfectly legitimate thing you can bring in if you don't have a receipt and you want to refund an item and just exchange it for another item. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly legitimate. But good luck finding anything that's more vegan than olive oil. Comes back a few minutes later with one of those double packed things of butter. I do confirm with him that he's bringing back the olive oil because it wasn't vegan enough, and he's exchanging it for butter. He says, "Is that okay with you?" Well, I guess it. Not really any of my business what you're buying. You can buy whatever you want, but you do know what butter is, right? He smacks the thing of butter on the thing. It's right here. I know what it is. Okay, whatever. It's what you want, so you can have it. You can switch it out if you want. The butter costs the big thing of butter costs more than the little thing of olive oil, so he paid the difference. So he wasn't trying to like not some kind of it wasn't some kind of complicated stealing thing. And I didn't see anybody trying to record it, so I don't think it was like any kind of prank. Yeah, he was trading out the olive oil for the butter because the olive oil wasn't vegan enough. But the cow milk butter is. Right. I swear, if people started making sense, I'd get worried. But yeah, that's store stories. It's weird ass people coming through, getting. At least I gave him what he wanted, even though he wanted veganism. I mean, whatever. That's his decision to eat that. But yeah, anybody who wants to share any recipes would be greatly appreciated. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out Patreon and blog links below. I'm going to try to be more active on the blog. I'm going to try to be more active on Patreon as well. I always forget to share the links to there. That says passion for a project like forget to do it. But anyway, hopefully this starts taking off, because I have hundreds and hundreds of videos to do for store stories. So if I can ever get, and they say consistency is king for getting a successful YouTube channel. So hopefully, after all these years, once I start getting consistent, hopefully people start watching more. So anyway, please like and subscribe and share, and have a nice day.